Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and whoever looks at this or sees it later on YouTube when I eventually get it up there, or on Twitch while it's there for the week. I'm continuing my playthrough of Marvel Midnight Suns. When last we were here, we were in the Abbey at night after our battle against Faustus and Hydra. And everybody's schmoozing for the most part, I guess. Nope, a lot of people went to bed. It looks like Caretaker, who just told me, see, Caretaker's right here. She just told me that something had happened to Agatha when she was pushing, encouraging Wanda to focus on her spells. And when she did that, unfortunately, I guess the equivalent of a power surge, and Agatha was killed. There's, on the Abbey grounds, a shrine to Agatha, and our little double dog is going to take us there. Come on, Charlie, show me the way. Yeah. I think I'm doing fine, though. I mean, I'm bumping the dog. I don't have to sprint. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. Agatha and her familiar pet cat. Okay, it looks like we've got a little surprise here.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
I die and join you? I don't know. I guess we should follow Agatha, huh? So where are we exactly? You know, as we travel, all these things will open up and have names and chests to open and all kinds of teleport points. But for now, it's what you call a virgin map. Oop. Wait a minute. Sorry, I had to get one of those. Oh wait, before we do that, look what's here! Oh, yeah, I'll be right there.
What is it, Charlie? Find something?
Ooh, we found a neat place. There are numerous haven locations on the Abbey grounds. Once discovered, a haven can be used for special daytime hangout with a hero where the friendship rewards are increased. Each haven can be used only once, and each hero can only go to a haven one time. Then it's the hangouts. There's a lot to explore. Let's see now. Where were we? We went off the beaten path, so Agatha's got to be around somewhere, right? There she is. Okay. Wait a minute, we got some more. Oh, I see mushroom soup in my future. Ah. Touch the blood seal.
Ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
I don't know. How are we in our position here? We are level 2. And this may or may not be something we can do at this time. Let's see. Open the way to locations barred. Current player level 2. Oh, okay. Do you think with our lousy collection of abilities so far, we could do this? Well, you know, I'm good. If we don't make it, we don't make it. But if we're qualified, we should be able to do it. Let's see how this goes.
Is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Oshtur.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The elder gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
Woo!
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Ooh. Me and Puppy gonna do some fighting.
As the goddess of balance and order, Oshtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Oh, see now, here's something we've never discussed. Marked. When you mark your enemies, you can use things like this knockback, and it'll count like it's a quick card, and you'll get your card play refunded. And we do like that. So let's see. And this can take 12. Is there anybody big here? And they're all minions. It's more a question of how best you use your stuff. Okay, so that said, how far does that go? Right outside that one. Got a plan ahead. Well, it's got a rock also. That can get slid across several of them. could see some possibilities. That's a jump off of the one. That's smacking it in the head if you have enough heroism. Well, let's do marked. I know it's this is one of those investments. It's gonna mark a whole mess of them. And we want that. Okay, so any of those...
Now that was something.
Okay, any of those that have little cross marks, if we knock them out, we get the card refunded, and we like that. That'll also make something tough less tough, but your own minions, so big deal.
You were too weak for this fight.
Okay, now obviously we got quick slash here. We would use that for something that's not marked, and that's a good idea. So we'll take this, go over here.
Your mother abandons you.
Okay, what can our little friend do? He could do something and take out and get a refund. That's a good investment. And get another card to play with. I like that too.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Oh. See, it really is just one left to play with before we start eating up our...
I am impressed.
I would say we don't need this right now. I might regret that. Ooh, knockback. Baby. Are we gonna regret this? Hey dog, what can you do? Do we still have... We don't have any of them left that are marked. And the dog can't do that, but I can. See, now that I have a bit of heroism to play with, I could do something about that. And I know this takes 2 to slide, but it's right there in my sights, and I like that. Okay, we still have 2 card plays, and those could always raise up our heroism if needed. Well, let's see what we have over here. We still have more rocks we could throw at dogs. Woo! Or... Ooh. Will that get me to anything? Yes. Okay, now... Oh, I see. That really is it, right? So, I'm going to use my move. Solly jolly. Okay, so, now I can take slash, which is a knockback. And voila, we did it!
Feel my call.
Cinch! It's a cinch!
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial. But don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Thank you, Agatha. Oh, that's a nice one. I think I'm going to edit this photo because the doggy is a little bit low in there, and I think they can go higher. Oh, maybe we could do something else. Oh, can we move doggy over? Can we zoom doggy over? Ah, there's our height. But we also want to make them smaller, maybe. I wonder if any of these things will do that. Oh, there we go. Well, let's see if I could bring them down again. There. That looks good for me. I'll take that one. I guess that's going to be our new comic book page. And now we've got the word of omnipotent Oshtur. So we can do neat things. Oh, we got a moon seal.
This looks like it.
Oshtur's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Oshtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Okay. Presumably this is a statue of Oshtur. The words of power are magical incantations the hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. To use a word of power, you hold the space bar. Normally, also, as you see way up there, up top, there will be the same icon identified with the word of power that we have.
The goddess of order approves.
We have no arcane keys, but it's good to know that's there. Now let's go. Agatha is waiting for us at the exit.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Wow. So, Agatha is out and about. And I think we just had an involuntary next day, didn't we? Yes, we did. There are people waiting for us. I don't know who wants to talk to us. I don't see them here. I know what I have to do first. Hey, little baby. You were very good last night.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
You know, it's one thing when you're a female character, when a guy does that. It's pretty funny. Now, I know this is very vain, but there's one thing I would like to do for myself. I developed my character with the plan that I was asleep for 300 years. And I don't know, maybe I would like to change my facial hair. Because by now I probably would have shaved. You know, as I've said, this is a really, really they're really, really bad, the facial hair in this game, and I cannot bring myself to use this stuff if I could help it. But if there's any reason I'm ragged and bedraggled, I can still go back to the stubble that I paid for, or that I opted for. Okay, let's see. I don't know, I think the hair is good for now. We could change that another time. So, at least I don't have to worry about food in my hair and my face. So, what do we have here? The combat outfits, we've got the old one, I guess. Oh, we don't even have that one. We just have this new one that we got. Lots to look forward to. Did anybody talk in Superlink yet? No. Oh. That we did as well, so we're all done. The doggy's happy. Oh, you kicked those devil dogs' butts, didn't you? You're such a good dog.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience.
Oh.
Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
He's getting the hang of it.
It's super easy to hang out with you, Hunter.
Well, thank you. Nico, you're a cool kid.
We still have so many more movies to show you, like 70s grindhouse flicks.
You know, every day of my life back in the 1700s was a grindhouse flick. Just saying. You know, at some point, we'll have gifts here. The gift shop will be available and get stuff that these heroes love, like their own comic books. I love that. Ooh. What is this? Ooh, a tarot card. And yes, I know how to pronounce it. This is key 19, the moon. Moon Knight hides his true identity behind his cloak and shadow, and several personalities. This card represents deception, but also creativity and the unconscious. Often, the moon also involves things like instinct, relying on instinct.
Intriguing.
A desk cluttered with books, some of them older than you, and you are quite old. Hope he doesn't mind my checking out his stuff. This is the magic side.
Interesting.
The other side's the tech side. A wooden chest with brass hardware containing glass vials. That's got neat stuff too. Of course, we know about the cloak.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong? I'm just looking to see if there's any free money lying around. Okay, nothing.
Whatever artifact is inside, it's better off in our hands.
Ooh, look, we can invite him to a haven. I do not want to invite him to a haven just yet. It's too early for that. I wonder if he'll let us do that after. Let's just see what the we don't have any options, do we?
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Destroy it. I don't think so. You know, the thing is, you've got somebody here who, if anything, knows what to do in a situation. If it was really bad, I think we'd even see something emanating from it. Let's see, destroy anything with Hydra's foul taint? Would it really give us an advantage, or I want you to make something powerful?
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare.
Okay. Ooh. Drama.
You have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway.
Studying artifacts unlocks more powerful research projects at the Forge.
It's fortunate that we haven't run into any curses yet.
And generates significant resources for use in ability upgrades and crafting. And we want that. So, study away, Strange.
I can manage this. By the hoary hosts of Agatha, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within.
Okay. But you know, I get it.
Fascinating. This artifact is mundane in every conceivable way.
Oh, come on. You know that this was special to you. And now I own it. So, yay.
If only more of my time could be dedicated to study. I'd just as soon leave the fighting to the punchier types.
Okay. Looks like we can do some research. Eventually, this is going to be nice. Because then we'll be able to bump into people. If we have like an available move, you could actually use it to bump and knock somebody into somebody else or into something. You know, I like knocking people into explosions and everybody around them gets it. Anyway. This is what I was talking about before. This is going to help us make combat items that we can take with us that won't cost a card play and will be very helpful in a pinch. And then war games. This is Stark giving us a review. Carol says we need to up our game to meet this new threat.
You know, I really could do just as well without you loitering back there.
How else am I going to steal your secrets if I can't see what you're up to?
I doubt you'd find anything suitable among my secrets anyway.
Whoa, wait a minute. Can it be? Did you just make a suit joke?
I didn't hurt its feelings, did I?
2 in a row. This is a major breakthrough for you. I'm so proud I could be here for this moment.
I'm glad you're amused.
Are you guys finished? These two. Bitch. Okay, so where were we? Okay, weaving magic and science is fine in theory, but in practice, well, there isn't much practice. However, if we work together, Tony and I might be able to fabricate some pretty powerful items to help you in combat. And that I definitely want to pursue. And Carol says we need to up our game to meet this new threat. As usual, she's right. But to do more in combat, we'll need to do more down here in the Forge. A self-learning AI workstation running endless combat situations may help me make better use of this coil stuff. And basically what this means is you may be able to get more than one coil checked, right? This one's eligible, and you know what? As much as I like the combat items, when I unlock the coils, I would like to pick 2 things instead of 1 thing. So that's what this is going to do for us. And we'll start with the other one, making combat items research tomorrow. We're going to hold on to the coil analysis as well, because this way tomorrow we'll be able to pick 2 out of them instead of just 1. So we'll hold on to that.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
Oh, okay, Robbie, you want to talk? He's hanging around over there. So let's see what he's got to say.
You moving into the forge, Hunter? You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
Comic books.
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
I am the Scourge of the Lilin. My name is whispered in fear across the 7 hells. When I fight, I make war, not make-believe, Robbie. Be sure your Sparky is ready to do the same.
Damn, Hunter! You talk the same kind of smack that he does. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Ah, okay. We get to learn the fine art of sparring practice. More chances for friendship points, more chances to boost our abilities. Win-win. Oops, it's this way.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on?
Yeah, I
I'm talking
am.
training with Ghost Rider.
Oh.
Spirits of vengeance train the hardest.
Oh, I'll be right back. There's something I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna play favorites.
By the rising rings of... Oh, it's just you.
Oh, painting. Do you like painting? How bad can it be? Oh yeah, he does, because there is a canvas with him
I
too.
appreciate this time away from the forge. Despite Tony's complaints, a bit of soldering is far less effort than wrestling a demon into daily submission.
Sounds like you are happier to be away from Tony than the forge. I do not blame you.
He grows on you.
Like a barnacle?
More of a constant irritant, like sand poured into the metaphorical oyster. Still, you can't deny the pearls of wisdom that emerge.
Oh,
A
look
joy
at
to
that.
spend time with you, Hunter.
Oh, that was easy. Thanks, dude.
I was impressed by your chiaroscuro technique, Hunter.
Thanks. Something I picked up.
Thank you for the quality time, Hunter. It is a treasure to me.
Oh, see that? Not like that, but look at this. He's got something else to wear in the Abbey. The Dr. Spooky shirt. So he could trade off between that and his, you know, a lot of people I found, they're so used to seeing Doctor Strange in his tunic in the comics that they won't change his outfit. But he does wear different outfits. He doesn't always wear the tunic. So cut him some slack, people. And let me see, what else do we have? Also, While we have him, you know, we do have these customizations. We can give him a defender's one. That's not a bad thing to have. What do you think, that or that? At some point, we may get some more palettes for this one as well. And, of course, we'll be able to unlock other stuff. It's okay. Everybody picks that, though. But, you know, at the time, I did buy this one. So let's give him some mileage in this one for his battles. And me, I got another outfit. What did I get? Ooh. Oh, look, I got a bar with no doors shirt. Now, if you know me, I have a peeve about this because it looks like a Salem tourist trap shirt. And the bar with no doors in Marvel Comics universe happens to be a speakeasy underground in Manhattan, and it's a tiki bar. So I'm a little disappointed that they just got some kind of name of something, but they didn't know what it was. So anyway, let's go do our sparring. We had our first, he got his first haven, which means that he can hang out. Okay. Alright. Okay, rewards for next level. Vaulting. We'll have increased damage when we jump on stuff in the environmental.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Oh.
Like playing with fire, huh?
Every day, the hunter can choose new partner to spar with, resulting in increased friendship and unique rewards. Also, note that you don't see the actual fight. You just see the result after this. Check it out. We also get a combat bonus for him, which means that when we bring him to a fight, he may have something extra like heroism or more block or something when he starts up.
Maybe you should be the spirit.
Ooh, very nice, guys.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Oh, goodness. Everybody wants a piece of me. Let me see here. Anything? Any free money? No free money. And, you know, we don't have any coils right now that we're working on until we get that upgrade, so. Oh. Hello.
Hunter?
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There is no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Now, one of the advantages of doing balanced work with the Hunter is you know how to handle certain people. The Avengers, especially people like Carol and Stark, they're pretty straightforward. And sometimes you have to be diplomatic with them. On the other hand, Midnight Suns, some of them like a little bit of attitude. So you have to feel your way through these characters and treat them the way they want to be, that you learn what they want to be treated, how they want to be treated. I'm going to assume that's a picture of her mother over here. Oh, or somebody's mother. This could be Wanda's room. Let me take a look at this. Oh, there's no actual name on this.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda.
Oh, look, there's Pietro.
Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
It is never easy to lose a comrade. I know this too well.
We did not lose Wanda. We let her go. Before any of this started. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
That is no child's book. Lose focus for 1 second and be lost completely within its pages. Let me guide you through it.
You do not own the darkness, Hunter. I was also raised within it. So much so I barely remember a time without it. And now Wanda has this in common with us too. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
And there is our inn.
Then put the damn book down and help me get her back.
You are nothing if not direct. Not to mention unrelenting. I can respect that. And perhaps you are not entirely incorrect. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
There we go. Little psychology. And now we could let them know. You know what? This is a good shortcut to get to the war room. Da 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 da. Voila.
Hi, kiddo.
Hi, Auntie.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
So as you can see, we have an incentive to bring Blade with us. We have no change in our abilities this time around, because we want to do all that once we've upgraded and we can pick more per coil. So we've got one side mission. I love side missions, by the way. That's a great way of getting everybody's abilities up and their arsenal fine-tuned before going on the big one for the next story. So, stop a Hydra helicopter. By the way, this is a good example about one of the things I like about combat items. There are combat items that will add a vulnerability to a vehicle, so if you have to destroy it, it takes less. There are also things that you can put on anybody who has one of those shields, so it takes less to take those shields down and take them out. So it's those little things that I like combat items for. Or everybody gets marked, so whatever you've got in your plate here, and if it's a knockback and it's not quick, you can still get everything back and lots to work with. Okay, so obviously we've got our two friends here. They've picked Carol for this, even though it's a side mission. And you know what? Yeah, let's bring... But they want us to bring Ghost Rider, and that's okay. Now, Ghost Rider has an interesting thing to him. Let's see, none of these yet. Ghost Rider, every time he attacks someone, he gets injured. It's sort of a cost every time he does something. So that's his thing. And Carol, I'm up in the air about, because if you have to take time and abilities out of a turn to build someone up just so they can get in the mode that really makes a difference, it's kind of a waste. I'm not looking to be here for 5 turns and spend 2 turns with her just so she can get binary. So I don't have that kind of patience. I'm never good with people who, oh, now we get to really play with them. They should be ready on, you know, on the start, and their abilities have to be good enough at that point. Call me picky, but works for me.
I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
Oh, so what is stopping you?
The shockwave would shatter most of the glass in my approach path.
That and
that is not good.
That and transcending dimensions,
yeah,
I reckon. East portal?
Step through portal.
Thank you.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signatures in the area match those of Faustus's weapon. We need to recover whatever intel we can if we're going to find out exactly what's going on down there.
So for side mission, this is really acting a bit like a story mission. We usually don't see us walking across. They usually don't pick characters for us. Okay, stop the Hydra helicopter. Disable the Hydra helicopter before it can depart. Target the helicopter with attacks to disable it before time runs out. Also note that these kinds of things are not enough. Great to take this out, but you also, even once you do it, you still have to take out everybody that's left. Okay, these all take card plays.
Looks like Captain Marvel was right on the...
Heroes. A single world-ending calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee with on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
These people are just totally wasting these additional redraws we got by giving us junk. Junk. We have 1 quick slash, knockback. This isn't even a knockback yet. I have a feeling once we can upgrade this, we could actually have knockback, because I remember that. Now slash. Why couldn't you guys just start with like 3 heroism? You would have made my day. Okay, let's take a look and see. Let's first of all see what Carol can do, because that's going to be important once we get to photon beam. Where can we see like a... Well, I mean, right here we have... But one of them's a... Oh, yeah, well, one of them's a minion. So we see that she's got over here 3 in a row, right? Or you can go here and get 3 in a row, but those are all minions. Oh, I see what that is. Okay, so what else is there? This guy is 24. Okay. God, I'm so used to bigger numbers. When you start from scratch, it's very humbling. I'll be honest with you. When you take 2 out, it's not the worst thing in the world.
How invigorating.
Let's see what else we've got. Okay. By the way, this is one of the ways he gets his points back up, is he can take care of a couple people, and then whatever they lose, he gains, but it costs a heroism. Not my favorite thing. Now let me see. I'm starting to see that in any direction. I'm starting to think that maybe her photon beam isn't my favorite thing after all.
Hail that!
See, actually, this attracts me because I could smack this. Now, is that any good? Is that really worth it? 48. This guy is 24. See, that would take that, eat it up right away. $15's not bad, but what would you do with it?
You have been judged.
You know, I kind of like this too. Let me see what I can do with this. Can't go that far. Okay. They'll certainly take a bit out of this guy.
Accept your
That was something.
Yeah. We got a card play left. See, he's down a little bit because he just did that. And what was that? Chain 2. Environmental attacks deal increased damage and cost 1 less heroism for 2 turns. Can you imagine that? Pity we're not near any boxes. May not be in our best interest, but let me tell you something.
judgment
There you go.
I will see all that you have done.
Now look at this guy. He's got how much left? 8. Also means he's not going to hit Carol as hard as he could. And this guy, he'll hit me, but you know what? I'm 71. I'm ahead of everybody. Well, ooh, that's actually pretty good. So I don't think we're going to suffer from this too much. Oh, we do have a move, though. Is that in our best interest? I don't think so. It's not going to make us much different. Well, let's make sure there's nobody here. Nobody here can get hit, blown up. There's nothing here to blow us up. There's nothing here that can knock us into anything, so I'm not too worried. So let's just take our lumps. See what happens.
Don't try that again.
Ooh.
For Hydra!
Don't think I will forget that.
They usually slow usually means it takes. Slow usually means it takes.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing.
Let them
The
talk.
Gamma Disruptor you so narrowly escaped with in our last encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus, and I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit. You truly are your mother's child, Hunter.
Okay, what I was going to say is when a character's slow, like Hunter is for one turn, it means that anything that costs heroism is going to cost an extra heroism, which is kind of a pain. This is way too easy. I mean, the only thing he has access to right now will go through minions, and I don't like that. Oh, and by the way, Hellride, wonderful animation, but remember, it says it'll discard your hand. Make that the last thing on your turn if there's nothing there that's more important to you. So this is 31. 51 is nice. Let's see now. Let's see, where's that character that was almost out? 8. Of course it's going to be 8. You know, I wish I knew how much increased damage. It would be worth our while. This is a slide here. For 10, but so that would take something like this, but it's not worth 2 heroism to do that. So I'm inclined. Photon beam. You always have to be lined up for that. And it's not worth being lined up for those. And this one you have to go from this side to do it. So hers is quite similar. It's 51, except Photon B is not as strong. If that was free, I'd do it, but it's not free. Fist of Radiance. Okay, Lash. So I'm not happy with this stuff. There's nothing here that really can save us any card plays. Yeah, her binary is really annoying. I can say that. So, what does this do?
It is time.
I don't have magic healing.
I don't have magic healing. I'm not happy with this. I swear I'm not happy with this. And I'm still not seeing this as a solution, to be honest. Oh, okay.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
I'm glad you did. Let me see here. I'm not happy about any of this. Hey, Carol, can you do this too?
Take this.
Oh, you can.
Something.
I like that. We have absolutely nothing to do. We have this junk hand. I am so sad. Okay, let me think ahead. We still win a hell ride. So, let's move. Some lovely possibilities. Let me see if there's anything like a choice. Oh, yeah, there are choices. I like that. Because it could also ride into the helicopter. Lovely! Okay, time to hurt.
Hydra Immortalis!
Ooh.
Looks like they want to try a few more.
Oh, come on. Give me some good stuff.
The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
Let's see. See, nothing's near anyway. So this is a total waste. I do like that idea. See, where's a good place to put a hellhole? Because that's going to give us some. That's going to give us some.
Make way for vengeance!
Okay, so there's two ways people use that usually, as you can see. One way is to create a drop that you can knock people into, The other thing you could do is get yourself instantly 2 heroism, which is what we just did. So the next thing we want to do is, yeah, we do have a means to an end for this, and that's why we're doing this. We want to line him up here to hit with his hell ride, and that'll take out the helicopter, so we want enough for that. So either way, we're going to be losing some. So let's see what we can do about throwing people into things. Listen to those. Look at that. Look at that. Listen to the hordes of whatever. Here. That's how this works.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Except for one stupid thing. That one took us heroism to do, and I did that, and I can't believe I'm so stupid, but okay. That was very stupid because we just had a chance. I'll bet you I'm gonna be knocked out. I feel like such a noob. Hunter, I've got an assignment for you. That costs a card play. I don't know if that's gonna work, but
Whoever gets the job done.
not enough. That's not enough. Pity that doesn't go far enough.
We've got movement here. Target's moving. All will be judged.
Okay. I'm assuming since we have 2 turns remaining, this is not going to fly away. So let's do this. We got a couple of minions that are going to hit Ghost Rider.
Move back!
That helicopter's about to take off, and with it any hope of understanding what this madman is actually ranting about.
We will stop it.
Our loyal soldiers aren't the simple punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow these humans, these mere mortals, dare to stand against ye fearsome gods. All is possible with none.
Boy. Has anybody got any mustard for that ham? Okay, that's not bad. You're lined up there. I like that. Hold it.
One more time.
better? I don't know.
Didn't think I could get any stronger.
Well, okay. So who is not in line for that? Yeah, let's do it.
Watch this.
I'm impressed.
Okay, that part's done.
You
Now-
grounded the helicopter. Excellent. Now you'll need to clean up the rest of Hydra's forces.
Sorry. Well, other than the fact that I feel like a noob.
Ready up.
Nice.
I just wish you could bump them. That would have been so good, but we're not up to that yet. Once we get your Way of the Fang, we'll be able to just go up to this guy and just smack him. Like, line up and smack him into somebody else and get another card play. I'm so spoiled and so out of sync with this. Eh.
Regroup at position Tango.
Ha.
I don't think you're ready for this.
For years, I was considered a crazed zealot in the Hydra cabal. Obsessed with the old ways. But then we detected the convergence of the midnight sun.
Tell me about it. Actually, please do not.
Okay, let's go
I
home.
cannot possibly match your strength.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last. There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I consider that alone a victory. Well done. If Hydra wasn't paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Something's not right.
Count on it.
Ooh, that was Sabretooth. Yeah, that's our fault. We took too long. And that's also my fault because I used the wrong card. It took the heroism I was all ready to use on a hell ride. We could have been done at least one turn sooner just from that. Do we want to go bigger? The enemies are bigger. One revive. We've never needed a revive. Hopefully we won't. XP goes higher. The thing is, do you get stronger? It says your enemy offense is 12% more. You know what? We could always change later. Let's try to get through one without a mistake. I would say that is a great idea. And then we can do that. I know everybody automatically goes, oh, wow, I'm going to do all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. What a terrible looking graphic. Yeah. So, I don't automatically jump to everything. So, but, you know, once I think we stabilize and I've got more comfortable playing, then, you know, and we get a couple of better cards in our hand, I'll be ready to do it. Because when I first did the go round, it did get too easy in places. Mission rewards are tied to hero level, so as the hunter gains levels in combat, the rewards offered on future missions will improve. Don't worry about leveling every hero. As the hunter's level increases, any weaker heroes will automatically level up so they don't fall behind. At higher difficulty levels, the heroes level up faster, granting access to higher rarity rewards sooner. The question is, do those rewards have a higher hit value? Okay, so we have Ilyana to talk to.
Yes, hello.
Feeling a chill, Magic?
You could say that. I've been staring at the night sky trying to figure it out.
Figure what out?
You're observant, Hunter. You tell me.
See, now, my first thought is she sensed what was where we were earlier, where I sensed Sabretooth, because I know what the character looks like. I've seen him in the comics.
I am not a mind reader, Magic. Speak plain.
You know, Hunter, one of the things I like about you is your intolerance for bull. Even from me.
Stop speaking in riddles and just tell me what is on your mind.
It is not what's on my mind I'm worried about.
What worries you then?
When I was holding the trans-dimensional door for you back there, I sensed something was at the docks with you. Something dark and familiar.
What did you see, Ilyana?
I did not see, I said. I sensed something there. But that's not the only thing I sensed today.
Oh?
Something has shifted in Limbo. But I cannot quite put my finger on it. All I know is that whatever is happening is also strangely familiar to me. And when all you knew was darkness and despair growing up, that warm, fuzzy feeling of familiarity is not just a warning sign, but an alarm bell.
As you remember, when we first went into Limbo, all three of us, Doctor Strange, Blade, and Hunter, sensed something was watching us. And this is probably related to what she's saying.
Do you think Limbo is still safe to travel in?
Safe? Hunter, you are the sweetest, most naive demon I have ever met. Limbo has never been safe. It's just no one there would dare assault one of my portals.
Oh, that works
for
me.
My presence protects you. All of you. I'd like to be left to my thoughts now, Hunter. I still have a lot of thinking to do, while I try to make sense of what I felt at the docks and the energetic shifts that ripple through Limbo. I will let you know if I do.
Aha. So you also see down here a map with a lot of hearts. Usually after a mission... Whoa. Oh, the dog's gone. Usually after a mission, there are heroes that are clamoring for attention. See, Tony Stark wants to be in a hangout. Ghost Rider wants to be in a hangout. Somebody underneath there also. We'll see, because it'll be above their heads. Hangouts. A few heroes are available to hang out with the hunter in the common room. Engage in a hangout to grow the hunter's friendship with a hero of your choice. And of course, eventually you can give him a gift during those times. Let's see. It also depends. You know what? It also depends on what they offer you as choices to hang out. That's a big test, by the way. Someone like Doctor Strange doesn't want to hang out by the water hole, right? So if that's a choice, that might be a trick. Okay, let me just grab some money. Hi guys.
Ooh,
oh
man, scratch off another victory for the Midnight Suns.
Oh, all of them want something. Okay, look at
Hello.
this. Who's the hardest one to do? You know what? Carol's gonna be the hardest one. Let's see. They all want to be in a hangout, I suspect. Who would be the first one to do that? I think it depends on their choices. Like, Stark is working out, pool lounging, and Stargate. He likes pool lounging. This guy... reading by the fire, have a drink, explore the grounds. You've got Captain Marvel. Yeah, well, you've got him. What is he like? Stargazing, working out in conversation. And then you've got Captain Marvel.
We aimed high and we hit our marks.
And her choice are stargazing, playing cards, and reading by the fire. I would say we haven't actually...
Worst part about that Hydra job? Manhattan traffic.
The one person here we have not had a mission with is Stark,
Hey.
so maybe we should take him to something. Because he didn't get his level ups very much.
If you die again, could we bring you back again?
I have no idea.
Strange went on about nigh inconceivable power, and the rarest of curios were expended in your first resurrection. Assuming we had all that, would it work?
Whatever you're planning, stop. Boy, I didn't know he cared. That's not how it works, or I hope so. Why?
Might. Sounds like you have a plan.
Are you kidding? I have 5 plans. If you're the key to all this, keeping you breathing is the only thing that matters. I don't expect it to happen, but I'd rather prepare for it when it does.
Smart.
You mean genius, and yes, I am. There has to be a next time. Let's do it soon, boss.
Certainly. Wow, okay, so he's got an outfit. And we did have a date with Agatha. So here we go. Let's see what Stark's thing looks like. $108's not much. He can keep what he has for now until we have more gloss to play with. And we will get more gloss to play with. Oh, where's the dog, by the way? Oh, good. I'm in that direction.
You're looking stronger than ever, kiddo.
Thank you, Auntie. Oh, see? She probably won't like me breaking her doors.
I'm glad to see you're getting comfortable with the words of power, Hunter. If you're going to continue our little investigation of the Abbey, they'll be vital to your success.
Investigation?
A side project, but a potentially transformative one. With my blessing, Wanda was working to uncover what may be the most powerful.
Just what in the hell do you think you're doing in here?
Standing in the library?
I've given you free rein so you could get back on your feet. But I never thought you'd pull something like this.
What is it you think I am doing, exactly?
Don't be coy. It does not suit you. I told you how hard it's been since we lost Agatha. Instead of letting it rest, you decide to reopen the wound?
Oh, Sarah. I never thought of this place like that.
Of course you didn't. And now, it's done. Why should I ever stand in your way?
That anger wasn't meant for you, dear. You know that, right? Don't hold it against Sarah.
She may try to mask her feelings, but you know she is struggling with what happened. Why are you hiding from her?
For most people, the captivating relationships of their lives are formed over a matter of days and years. Sarah and I spent centuries together exploring this world, fighting the darkness, watching cities and even nations form and then crumble. And yet we persevered together.
You still have not answered my question.
It may be difficult to understand, but she needs this time. Sending Wanda away, sealing the library, that elaborate memorial she conjured up, she didn't waste any time trying to bury what happened.
You are right. I do not understand.
It isn't up to me to reveal myself. It's up to her to accept what happened and allow herself to grieve. When that happens, we'll see each other again, but not before.
I trust you will do what is right for Sarah. So, what is it you are looking at here?
Yes, we should get back to the real reason I asked you to meet me here. Wanda's journal. The Abbey grounds have a great deal of history. Many of its secrets remain hidden, even after all this time.
Even to you?
Even to me. Wanda had taken to exploring the grounds in search of a strange energy we both sensed. Knowing that Sarah had no intention of waking you to investigate, Wanda felt it was up to her to take your place. Of course, being the clever girl that she is, her notes are written in an ancient, transient cipher that I've only just begun to understand. Have a look at the first entry.
Okay. I have to restore what I've taken from the altar. The damage I've done can only be reversed when all the elemental rods have been returned.
I'm sure it still seems a bit cryptic, but Wanda was definitely onto something. If you remember my altar, that's where she was conducting her experiments.
An investigation that involves experiments. Why do I feel like you are going to get me into trouble?
Since when has that ever stopped you? Let's meet out at the altar. I'll try to do a better job of explaining from there. Charlie will show you the way if you've forgotten.
Oh, okay. Charlie? Wasn't Charlie here a moment ago? Charlie went to the war room? Okay, hold on. Remember the gloss that pays for everybody's clothes? Never turn down free money. Sorry. Whoa, okay. Charlie, did you just bump into a rock? Oh, okay.
The goddess of order approves.
Hold on. I see stuff. Agatha is a very patient spirit. She won't mind if I pick some of this stuff out. The sooner you pick it out, the sooner it can grow back, right?
Like most things on the grounds here, there's more to this place than meets the eye. Do you remember the words I taught you as a child?
Are you going to make me say it?
Humor an old, dead woman.
Hocus pocus.
You haven't lost your touch, dear. The words may be simple, but these plinths won't appear for just anyone. Each represents one of the basic elements, their power activated only by the elemental rods they would normally be holding.
And where are the elemental rods now?
Scattered to the wind, unfortunately.
Oh, great.
A side effect of Wanda's experiments here.
Let me guess.
That's right. I want you to find the missing rods and return them here. Hopefully, as I decipher Wanda's journal, her notes will aid in the search.
But you have not actually told me what the greater purpose is here. What are we doing this for?
All in good time, dear. After what happened with Wanda, I'd rather you take things slowly. In fact, I don't want you overthinking this little project. There's no rush, and you don't have to help if you don't feel like it. But there is one more thing before I head back to the library.
Woo-woo!
An arcane key?
Just a little something. A token for your efforts so far. The key can be used to open that chest nearby. Like so many other oddities around here, those chests tend to appear before those who deserve them most. Make yourself that person.
That seems intentionally vague.
It's more fun that way, isn't it? I'll be in the library working on the translations if you need me, dear. Good luck.
Okay. So, they want us to use it on that chest. Hocus pocus. Well, well. Victims of the witch trials. That's one of the pursuits. Apothecary vessel. A vessel created by witches to honor the innocent. As we get more knowledge from this, we're also going to find that we will be able to open the simpler chests without a key, and that's a good deal too. Exploring the Abbey grounds from this point on is optional. It can be done at any time without regard to the main story. When you're ready, return to your quarters and go to sleep each night to start the next day. Now, let me bring the volume down for a moment. Now, what I might do is break it up. I haven't decided yet, but usually the routine is you wake up in the morning, you check your gamma coils, you check any research, you check any other things that go on. Because once you come back from a mission, the heroes are done, they're chilling, some are going to sleep, some are reading, some are watching a movie. They're not going to be doing anything for you. So you do that in the morning. And once you do that in the morning, you also, once you set all that up, you also see from the coils any new abilities, what changes, what upgrades. And you're going to, do a spar maybe with somebody. And then you're going to go to the mission table, do your mission. And when you're done with your mission, it's nighttime again. So it's that kind of cycle. But what I will tend to do in the evening, after all the hangouts and everything, is I will explore the grounds. Anything that I pick is going to come back. But exploring the grounds, and once you have more access and once you have more ability, you'll get more words of power, open up more of the story of the Abbey and of what happened back then that led to the hunter fighting Mom and what happened to Mom. All these things, there's a great backstory of characters. It's a history that kind of mingles with the witch hunts that really happened, but it's sort of like a side thing that happened. It's not entirely from the same cause, but are similar actions against the witches of this area of the country. So there's a lot of story and a lot of culture to check out. And while doing that, you get more ability, you get more access, everybody benefits, and you may actually have more things to take with you in a battle that'll put you in a good place. So it all is a means to an end to eventually, of course, be mighty enough to fight Lilith and the hordes once we're that good. So I am all for that. And I may break it up. We won't see all these intros. We've been seeing new stuff, and they're giving you little tutorials, and we won't be seeing Agatha all the time. So I may break it up in the future, but we may take a little bit of a trip. We are very limited now, but once we really open up the Abbey, there are going to be a lot of areas to check out. Also, that different areas give you different kinds of things to pick and to discover. Ooh, see, we've got one of the elemental rods.
An elemental rod. I should take this back to the altar.
This quartz stone is so light it almost floats. Fluffy white and gray whorls conceal a core of roiling thunderclouds, which emit small bursts of light from time to time. So they want you to take this to Agatha's altar. Well, there are other things to pick here. Look, we got another tarot card. Namor wields his trident with power, but remains tranquil in his strength below water. This card represents solitude and finding the answer sought from within oneself. So there's a lot of things to check out. There are 22 major arcana from 0 to 21, so we've got 2 of them, obviously named for various heroes and their qualities.
This looks like a fairy ring.
He sees a fairy ring? I don't see a fairy ring. Fairy ring is a circle of... I don't think so. I think when we get a reveal...
She does not see it happening.
When we get a reveal word of power, we'll be able to see things. A fairy ring is a circle of mushrooms, usually. So, on the ground. Because of that formation, it was called that.
There are cracks in this wall.
Now this is something I suspect Break will take care of. We're not there yet.
The goddess must be busy.
So we'll do that another time. So you can see we're pretty limited. Oh yeah, this looks like a kind of a thing. I think when we get reveal, we'll be able to see more of that. There's another break. So, you know, we're going to be limited. We're not going to be traveling too far. So we'll go back to where we were for Agatha. Now that we've been here also, we will be able to fast track here. Now let me see. It's an air altar. That looks like water. Is this it?
Old magic still holds.
Yep, that's it. Let's see what this one looks like. That looks like fire. I'm going to assume that's earth, because that one looks like water. Now let's go up here. We won't need this just yet, but on the... Oh, hello. Witch hazel is great. Even in real life, witch hazel is a valuable medicinal herb. If you have an allergic reaction on your skin and you put witch hazel on, it really does help you. Okay, nothing else around here. Here's some ruins. Oh, look, see? Looks like we got a masterwork. These are paintings. You've collected a masterwork. In addition to the paintings already hanging on the abbey walls, masterworks can be found scattered around the abbey grounds. Masterworks can be hung in any empty frames inside the abbey. Likewise, you could probably take a lot of them off and then hang them in place. See, we got some stuff to look at here. My journal from 1710. My favorite days are those with Agatha. She even talks more than Sarah sometimes, but it doesn't feel like a drawling lecture. She's always smiling and her face lights up when she tells me about all the plants, trees, and mushrooms that we come across. I never thought I would find myself excited to share the healing properties of moonflowers or dryad saddles. Agatha tells me that one day knowing these things will come in handy, but for now, it's just fun to learn them. I actually do have... Great. Arcane levels. The hunters increased their arcane level. Successfully using words of power, exploring the abbey grounds, and even petting Charlie. Never turn down petting Charlie. Will grant arcane knowledge, which can increase the hunter's arcane level. At higher arcane levels, the hunter will gain increasingly powerful rewards from the abbey grounds and arcane chests. And that's for you, for me, for the heroes. And that also means that you can have some really good perks when you go into battle. Wanda's journal from 2020. I've said I'm sorry so many times today, I might as well say it here, too. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened out there. Agatha and I train at her altar all the time, but something was different. Somehow this time I lost control. Agatha could have been hurt, and it would have been my fault. Damn, I need to figure out this stuff. Caretaker isn't looking at me the same. Agatha makes it look so easy, and I just make everything harder. We'll find a way to draw the elemental energy back to the altar, and we'll try again. We always do. P.S. Somehow I broke the cauldron, too. I wasn't even in the library today. So you can see there's some interesting power surges that happened while she and Agatha were practicing. So that might also be a mystery that needs solving. Is there anything else around here? Not yet. So there's a lot that's going on. In a few days, that chest will be sealed again for use, but at the same time, we'll have discovered so many more chests, and they might be worthwhile. You know, there's something I happen to know that's right in this area. Can you guess what it is? There's the water rod.
It is one of the elemental rods.
Barely a stone at all. This blue-black topaz almost seeps through the fingers when held. It smells strongly of a tide pool, and if held to the ear, sounds of the sea. Next time we go there, we'll put that up. We don't need to do it right away. I know it wants to do that, but we can do that another day. No, who wants to talk? Ah, Agatha has something to share. Looks like everybody went to bed, right? See, I would have rather used that on here, but they wanted me to use it on that cheapy chest.
Hunter, hello. I see you found one of the elemental rods.
2?
If you'd like to keep going, you may keep searching for more.
Why, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Not right now, though. The world according to Loki. Let me bring this down a little bit. Oh, we are down. By Loki, true ruler of the 10 realms. Someone of my background and skill set must find interesting ways to pass the nearly infinite stretches of boredom. To be blunt, I do seek power on conquest, as many have alluded to in the past. But I also seek out my own forms of entertainment. This, I believe, adds the spice of life to many of these so-called heroes' rather dull existence. It is quite easy to do what you are told. Follow orders, stay in line, do not oppress the weak, blah, 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 blah. Where is the challenge there? Imagine my dear brother Thor's adolescence without the occasional giant spider manifestation to create chaos and liven things up a bit. Without my contributions, his younger years would have been a never-ending series of training exercises while listening to our father ramble on for all of eternity. I like to think that Thor welcomed the occasional serpent attack on the city of Asgard. Moments like those give him a chance to show off and flex those meathead muscles of his. Without me, he would be on his own searching out trouble. I merely bring it right to his front door so he can play hero. However, there were times that he was not quite thrilled when I took what I considered to be exciting and unique creative liberties. I do not think he especially liked being turned into a frog, or a woman for that matter. We did have fun, didn't we, dear brother? Well, at least I did. Okay, more goodies. Frames in the Abbey can be interacted with. See, they exist. You could take them off, and then you can put one of the other ones you find in there. Or one of the comic book covers or pictures we take. Ah. Here's another one. Mythica zoologica, the wild hunt. Though the occurrence of the phenomenon is widely over-reported, there are still well-documented cases of the wild hunt occurring in modern times. If one wishes to hear the hounds of Anwen, I have to learn how to pronounce that, as they course overhead, areas of historic suffering are always an excellent place to start, and as to look upon them is to look upon death itself. Best to wait until Selenian illumination is at its lowest point. I do think they mean the new moon. Huh. Usually that, I'm surprised they're not going to let us look at that painting. Maybe another time. See if there's anything else on this side. No? Good.
Yes, dear?
What would Wanda want with your altar?
What can I say? Some people have a curious, adventurous itch that just has to be scratched. I was one of them, and so was Wanda. Caretaker, not so much. But I see it again in you, Hunter.
So you encouraged her exploration?
Of course. Why wouldn't I? What good is being as powerful as we are if we're just going to spend all our time cooped up within these walls? What's the worst that could happen? You got me there, dear.
Haha, I'd be dead. Oh, and apologies, still being a noob. I did bring the volume lower earlier. I didn't bring it back up. What are the moon seals?
What do you know about the moon seals?
Presumably forged by the gods themselves. I like to think of a moon seal as both a lock and a key. With the right power, wielded by the right person, the energy of the seal is unleashed, creating a conduit to the Elder Gods.
And I am that right person.
Just another benefit of being descended from the blood. Lucky you, dear.
Oh.
You said something earlier about the blood.
In a world full of mysteries, the blood have managed to remain even more mysterious than most. They were an ancient race, said to be born of the Elder Gods. As I understand it, they were very strict about maintaining their bloodline. That's probably why you don't hear about them very often. And yet, here you are, one of their direct descendants.
Are there others?
It's quite possible. But even if there are, they might not even know it themselves. Somehow, I take comfort in that.
What they do not know cannot hurt them.
Indeed.
After our last battle, what happened to Lilith?
You were in the woods. You and your mother obviously came to blows. But we found no wounds, no evidence of what happened at all. A silent, deathly embrace between mother and child. We had hoped you would both find peace in the next life.
But she is not buried here.
No. We entrusted her to the Knights of Wondergore, the ancient protectors of your ancestral homeland in Transia. I don't think they ever expected to contend with an organization like Hydra, and I doubt Lilith spared any who survived her reawakening.
Where did the words of power come from?
While I often call them blessings or gifts of the old gods, the words of power are actually powerful invocations tuned to the unique energies found in descendants of the blood.
And Caretaker used the words as well.
Of course, dear. Sarah used the words of power on the Abbey grounds just as you do today. Many of the areas you encounter that seem receptive to these spells are actually the result of Sarah's frequent undertakings.
Well, that's interesting. Now, we're coming on 2 hours, so we're not going to be taking much longer. Where'd the dog go? In my room? Excellent. Most people are asleep. They seem very picky about me going to bring that thing to the altar, so let's just do it. Actually, now, once we get out of the grounds here, pick that mushroom. Now that we've been here, we can do that. Okay, so that was the water one. This looked like the water one.
What was Wanda up to here?
And now we could go back to the Abbey. Tomorrow night, with less introductions, there'll be more time to explore the Abbey grounds in earnest, and take less time.
Hello, my sweet girl.
Hello, little baby. Woof woof to you too. Well, I think now is a good time to call it quits, or call it sleeps. There'll be a lot more to explore, and a lot more to fight. Uh-oh, but wait a minute. Uh-oh, what is this place? It's Mom.
Can that really be you?
It's Mom, the way she used to be.
Come closer. I want to get a better look at you. After all these years, it is good to see your face again.
Wish I could say the same, Mother. Now enough with this deception and reveal your true form.
But this is my true form. The way I was when you were just a sweet, helpless little baby. You don't remember that, do you? Well, I do. Bringing you into the world was the happiest time in my life.
And taking you out of this world again will be mine.
I had thought the words of power would open your eyes. But I should have known my sister and her pet witch would continue to withhold the truth from you.
And what truth is that?
The truth they are keeping from you. You need only.
Wait! Mother! Where did you...
Whoa, okay. As dreams go.
Was that really her?
And that's to be continued on another day. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll get into more meat when there's less introductions. I think we'll get a lot more done in less time. And I'll see whether it's practical to do maybe Abby exploring as a separate stream. That might be a good idea. But for now, well, you know, I want to still do today's, right? Because it's a new day.
What you doing, Charlie?
So that we get that out of the way. Because we definitely want Charlie to have her time. Now, I'm going to say goodbye and see you again next time. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned from the good stuff I did, and I hope you learned from my mistakes. Keep in mind that when you're doing a battle, is something you pick going to take the heroism off of something you really wanted? Is something going to be knockback or not knockback that you can't take out 2 characters with it as opposed to take out 1? It's a lot of things to think about, and that can stretch your resources and you can go much further in a turn. Anyway, thanks a lot, and till next time.